What if all the ice on Earth melted overnight? Not gradually, not over decades of global warming, but poof. One second it's there, the next it's a giant global puddle. Let's imagine you wake up, open your fridge, and your ice cubes are gone. You think, no big deal. Then you look out the window and realize Greenland has vanished. Not metaphorically, literally gone. Now it's just Green Lake. But before we dive into the global consequences, let's clarify. When we say all the ice, we mean all the ice. Glaciers, ice sheets, sea ice, snow caps, and that mysterious frost that forms on your car windshield, even though it's barely cold outside. It all disappears. That's about 26.5 million cubic kilometers of water. Give or take a few snowmen. So, what happens next? First, sea levels. Overnight, they rise by around 66 meters. That's 216 feet, or roughly the height of a 20-story building, except now the ocean is that high everywhere. If you live in New York, you're suddenly underwater, along with 40% of the global population. Miami? Gone. Netherlands? Ocean? Bangladesh? Hope you can swim. The Eiffel Tower now sticks out of a beautiful, calm bay. Of course, it's not just about beach property values plummeting. This kind of sudden shift would unleash catastrophic tsunamis. Picture entire continents being smacked in the face by walls of water moving at freeway speeds. Coastal cities would vanish before anyone could even post about it online. Not that the Wi-Fi towers would survive. And then there's the weight redistribution. You just dumped all that ice into the oceans. The mass of the planet didn't change, but where the mass sits did. That means tectonic plates might shift a bit. Earthquakes would spike. Volcanoes could get uppity. You might be chilling on your roof one moment, and the next, boom, Iceland erupts beneath you, annoyed that it lost its name's only justification. But here's the weird part. Melting sea ice doesn't actually raise sea levels. It's already floating. Archimedes would be proud. But land-based ice, like Antarctica and Greenland, those are the real culprits. When that ice melts, it's like tipping over Earth's largest water tanks into the ocean. So, while your local penguin colony might celebrate their newfound freedom, your basement is now a swimming pool. Let's also talk temperature. Ice acts like Earth's sun hat. It reflects sunlight. With all the ice gone, the planet absorbs a lot more heat. That means a feedback loop kicks in. No ice means more warmth means no chance of ice returning. Earth would become a warm, soggy marble, slowly cooking itself. Oh, and don't forget about animals. Polar bears, homeless, penguins, disoriented, walruses, floating on suitcases, humans. Suddenly very aware that 80% of our cities were built in all the wrong places. Zoos would need climate refugee sections, and migrating birds would look very confused when they can't find snow anywhere. But it's not just wildlife. Ocean salinity would change. That affects currents, including the thermohaline circulation that regulates Earth's climate. If that shuts down, Europe could freeze even while the rest of the world boils. Weather would become a complete mess. Deserts could flood, jungles could dry out, and Kansas might get monsoons. Economies would collapse. Insurance companies would cease to exist. Google Maps would be useless unless they launch Google Atlantis. Nations would fight over what little dry land remains. Canada becomes beachfront property. The Himalayas? Prime real estate. The rich might flee to space, but then again, no one packed enough sunscreen. But hey, maybe humanity adapts. We build floating cities. We farm seaweed. We domesticate dolphins. Elon Musk proposes Ice 2.0. Synthetic glaciers in low Earth orbit. Fashion brands launch waterproof haute couture. And kids grow up thinking mountains are myths like unicorns or affordable housing. In the end, if all the ice melted overnight, Earth would still spin. Just wetter, warmer, and much, much weirder. And we'd all be in very big trouble with the International Committee for not melting the planet. Probably chaired by a very angry penguin.